What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Mr. FBA UK, bringing you another video. And yes, today I have the webcam on, and I did a take a minute ago and it kept jamming, I think, when it was loading the website pages. So bear with me a bit. I've opened everything up already so I don't have to load anything, but if it does jam a bit, just sort of bear with me. I'm going to get a new Mac in a couple of weeks and it'll be fine then. So yeah, but just go from there. But I thought most of my videos have been, well, every video has been without me actually in the shop. And I just wanted it to be, you know, I didn't want to, it's not about me, it's about like me just building up the content and building up the page and the group and stuff. And obviously, but there comes a point when it's sort of, when people sort of know you to a certain point, you've now got to sort of show them who you are, so that they can put, you know, a face to the voice or whatever you want to call it, just so that, because you can only go so far with getting to know someone without actually seeing them. You say, yeah, this is me. Exactly. Beautiful, I know. But yeah. Anyway, let's get started. So this video is all about a golden gem that I've been selling this Q4, and actually mainly just for the last month. A lot of this will be blotched out so that you can't see it, because it's basically showing my top sellers for the month. But I'm just going to show the main one, which is the very top one, which is the Star Wars BB-8. You can see exactly what it is here. I sold 105 this month. Now this month is December, basically. So what is it now? Halfway through the month? 14th. So in 14 days, I've sold 105 units. Now I wouldn't take these sales figures into account because most of my sales have not been at this price, which is the UK price. They have been at the European price, because most of my sales have been through Germany and France. Like I've done over €1,000 a day in over 4 days, 5 days, plus hundreds of euro sales across. So I'm like, you know, I'm doing when I'm selling these BB-8s, when I have them in stock because they're going out of stock so fast, I'm doing more sales in Germany and France and all that than I am in the UK, because they're selling just like just one after another on the order logs on my you know, when you go to orders on your app or something. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share it with you, because now Christmas is just around the corner, I guess. There's definitely still time for you to go and pick this up if you want. So if you, well, I'll explain how and where and all that sort of thing. And then you can do your own research in the background if you want, because I would say even sending stuff in on Tuesday, yeah, as long as there's nothing stupid in quantities, you don't expect to sell 40 by Christmas, you know. If you've got 10, these book in within 2 to 3 days, and I did 20 sales on this BB-8 yesterday. So if you've got potentially 60, you only need Friday, Saturday and Sunday as sales, and you sold the 60. And you probably get more sales then, and a premium, because a lot of people are holding off now because they don't want to have leftover stock. But you can also adopt the opposite principle, where you are trying to, where you're not worried about basically a little bit ticking over after Christmas, but you are looking to reap the rewards a couple of days beforehand, because you'll get a lot of people emailing you saying, well, you know, will I get this tomorrow? And I figured out that next Sunday is the last day that they can get Prime, meaning that the day after, which will be on the Monday, will be the day they get it, which is Christmas Eve, and so on. So you can see here, this is the product, and I'm going to go over it now. I'm going to show you where to get it from and why it's a gem. But you can already see I've sold 105 in 14 days, and actually I could have done 400. I mean, but the fact of getting 4, because just so you can see what it is this. $22.99 you can pick it up for, and I was picking these up. Well, I basically cleared out a lot of the south coast. Not like, I didn't go anywhere crazy. I maybe went to Bournemouth. Did I go to Bournemouth? Yeah, Bournemouth. About an hour and a bit's drive. Like, I didn't actually start doing more than like about an hour each way, just because it takes you can take a lot. By the time you've gone to multiple pickups, is basically what I was doing. You cannot get it as delivery, so that's why if you want to go and pick this up now, it will not become saturated unless by some random chance it magically comes back into stock. But for the last 3 weeks, they haven't really seemed to increase stock across this product. So I've seen a little bit of an increase in a couple of places near me, like they didn't have it before and they do now, but most places are staying out of stock. So what you really want to go and do is just go click and collect. I would say get up Google Maps, go to your local area, zoom out just enough so that the towns and cities and all that appear in bold. You'll see them. All the villages and stuff names disappear, and you'll see the actual place, like the town, and sometimes even the small towns. And you can use that as a guide. I normally just do a web like this, so I will start off where I am here and basically do a full circle, a route and pick up. So I try to do the Sainsbury's Argoses, so you don't have to park. All you got to do is park up in the Sainsbury's, go in quickly, boom, 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 out and done. And you only really need, picking up 40 of these, and let's have a quick look. 40 in you can sell them all in 2 days, pretty much. Like, give or take. It times in that by what I'll show you, but you can make you can do 2,400 euro sales just potentially in one cycle of pickups. And if you can do, I was doing, I'm trying to get as many as I can. So I think I've sold maybe 150 altogether in the last month. So 100 and whatever it said this month and some last month. But it's just about getting enough, in theory, if I could pick this item up every day, I would have for the last month or so. But the fact is that it's not in stock everywhere. So obviously where I am, most of it's out of stock. But if you are living somewhere else, I know in central London, like I was just having a look in central London, you can pick up 10 of these. You can't pick up more than 10. So you've got to do it in batches. But I would leave a little bit of time between you paying, because I had basically a batch of like 40 cancelled and refunded, even though I'm paying separately. So obviously there is some sort of mechanism in place to stop you bulk buying, but I've got away with it most of the time. So maybe log into a different email or guests to log in or something, that sort of thing. Just how to do it sometimes. Just play around with it, really. So let's go over it. So this is $22.99, and if you are not VAT registered, so I'm VAT registered at 7.5% flat rate. Now this is the product, but as I said, you are not going to be selling this. I've already preloaded it here. You're not going to be selling majority. I've sold only maybe 10 out of my 100 in UK. Most of it has been in Germany and France, basically. So I don't want to scroll around too much and jam up the whole webcam, because I'm sort of watching it at the same time to check it's not doing anything stupid. But you can see here 29 sellers. Now the reason that it's so low is because you've got to, in Q4 I find that in Q4 you've got to be innovative, and I hope if you don't drive there's going to be a bit more of a pain, but you could get a train. You can definitely, you can fit in a large Argos bag, you can fit 9. So you could just get 18 essentially, just hold it in one arm. It's not ideal, but sometimes, in Q4 it's up to you how much you want to push. So I've already preloaded it, $21.99. Now this is including some VAT. So for anyone that's not VAT registered, you're going to be getting an extra couple of quid, probably, because it's selling at $41.69. So you can see here, this is basically, you can read the Buybot Pro score here. Now it says 97, which is possible. It's saying 40 for December, but you can't. I don't feel that you can really accurately, because the rankings stay the same for everything, but the volume is just higher. So it's really difficult to. It's just really difficult to judge this. The way I judge it is to judge it by the sales. So I'll send in like a test batch maybe and see how it plays. So obviously, because I was doing it, maybe had 40. I send them in. I was like, well, I've got a month to sell them if they don't sell that well. And actually, if you look at, so you can use Keeper now as a bit more of a representation, because you can look at this Keeper now and see that it's probably doing more than 40 in December. Yeah. So, and there's only 26 sellers, 29 sellers, but that is dropping. That's been changing from 24 to 32 to 20. It's because everyone's selling so fast and across the European marketplaces. Yeah. So I'll but don't look at this the UK side of it. You want to look at the other side and jump over to the Germany marketplace or the German marketplace. I find that it changes between France and Germany, so you might get a batch. So like I had like a lot. Well, today I've had a lot in France. Yesterday I had a lot in Germany. But it doesn't matter really, does it? Because for me, they're both selling at the same price. Now, what you'll see here is it's saying it's selling at 53, but actually, even checking for today, it's been selling at 59.99. Now, in Germany and France, I'm actually in here. So if I just checked. If you go into the sellers, I'm there still. I must have a batch. I haven't got many left. That's almost, but they're in there. So interesting enough, it's given me the buy box at the 59.99, and it was actually at 59.99 when I started selling this item. So back in mid-November, it was 50. So I already sort of knew that it was selling at 59.99. Obviously, over time, these people have come in and trying to make a bit less or whatever. They might be, I don't know what they're doing, but when I'm there, I got like 100% feedback in Germany, so it maybe helps. So certain metrics help. And if I've got BQ, and it shows me my buy box percentage, basically showing me the percentage of overall time that I'm in the buy box. But this item is selling like an absolute hotcake. I mean, this is it again, and you can see here. $59.99, and it's basically the same here. But you don't need to be selling. You only need that buy box for like half an hour of a day, and you can do 8 to 10 sales. Half an hour in the morning, half an hour, and that's the great thing about this as well. Because it's selling so well across not just one marketplace, but basically 5, or definitely 3, and then the other 2 are sort of a couple of €100 potentially a day. That you're covering yourself across 5 buy boxes, basically, not just one. So you don't need a huge amount to be doing. I did 20 yesterday at that $59.99. I've done one. I've done 3 today. I think I'm out of stock because I didn't even think I had that many left, but I got 3 apparently. All at $59.99 today, and that was by, what time was this by? 12 o'clock today. I don't think I got any left. And it's just, it's, if you can get hold of this, because I'm not really going to be buying anymore, because I can't. It's a bit time-wise. You need to get stuff in you need to get it in really quick now. So if you're doing stuff at the weekend for Monday, that's fine. I would say fine, because I'm probably going to be buying a batch of, well, maybe not toys as such, but Christmas/New Year's stuff to send in, more like grocery items, so that I know that they're selling after Christmas, and then I'll let them tick over until the New Year. And I don't want them to sell toys really. Maybe if I'm sending like 13 in today that I managed to find near me, and that will book in by, say, Wednesday. It's ages away, and then that should sell off, in a day or a day. But if you can find a handful of these, just to give you a quick payday really, because if you look, you're getting €14 here. Well, okay, let's just change this. No, did I not save it? I'm just trying to show you. Sorry. Okay, it looks no different, okay, apparently, but you would be getting basically, well, you're getting, okay, let's say you're getting this. You're getting €15, Now, that's per one, and if you can do 20 just on this, so if you can find a handful of, I've got a couple of other areas that I'm selling that are really good, not just this one item. So there's a selection of products that I'm not maybe as well as this, but that are basically making an overall nice current Q4. Obviously, it depends. It'd be interesting to see with my tactics for this month how they go after Christmas. Because last year they were awful, but this year hopefully I'm gonna play it differently in terms of what I'm selling. So I try not to sell toys after Christmas. Maybe if I've got the odd one, two in stock or something, fine. But anything else, I'll try to bring it down, because I did find it pretty crap in January last year. So I'd rather get it out, even if it's at a break-even point, and start afresh for the new year. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm monitoring my stock. If I've got 4, 6, fine, I'm leaving it because next week, there's still the whole week next week to sell. But if I've got anything higher, I am looking to, if I can, bring it down a little bit. Maybe only get 25%, because also I'm battling against people that aren't VAT registered. So it's a little bit like they're holding up 30, I maybe have to take a little less. But I'd rather get it out of the toys if I've got too many, because I can't pay rent or whatever with a Disney doll, for example, and it might take 3 months for it to actually go back up to the 35% or 32% return, and for the sake of like 80p per item or something, if it's that low, I'd just rather get it out for the end of this month and start a fresh, almost like a fresh outlook on it with actual cash or capital. Anything that's non-toys fine, I'll just do as would the rest of the year, but for the toys I will adopt that principle. But yeah, so you can see this is for me what's been driving my sales so far this month. And I have not seen it on any sourcing sheets, so which is really interesting, because I guess it's because a lot of people for online arbitrage are going away from maybe the click and collect, but for me, you have to go against the grain. Like, it's like innovation. You can't just follow the crowd. Innovation has to be something different to what's currently being done or adopted. Yeah, you can follow it, but it's like anything. If you follow the norm, you're just going to get the norm, I guess. And if you go against, if you think outside the box, a bit innovative, do something different, then you're going to get different results to the normal. Just standard, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, it depends what you're doing. Some people can't do that, that's fine. But if you can, even if it's like an evening, or even if you have a prep center, you go and collect all of these products. You do a Saturday, you do a Friday evening, you do a whatever evening, because most of these are at Sainsbury's, so Sainsbury's close at 10. You can basically go off, collect however many, even if I think if I can get 10 and it's not within an hour, or 20, within 2 hours, that's great. You're saying 2 hours, a bit of petrol, it's not nothing special, is it? And then you can just box them up and send it to your prep center. And yes, the prep center might not be open, I don't know when they're opening. But you can send it recorded delivery next day. Yes, it might cost you 50 quid, but you're going to be, if you've got 20, you can fit, how much does it fit in my box? 18 a box. But it's just, you got to just, everything, you can just play around, But yeah, and go ahead and buy this if you want. If you think it's crap, junk, whatever, then fine. But this is just me trying to show you what I've been, one of my, it is my highest seller this month. And all you need then is a handful of complementary products. Maybe they're seasonal, maybe they're not. Maybe you found a couple of cool items and you bought the stock. You were lucky and you bought a lot of stock of it, and it's actually selling well. And you can easily be doing $2 a day. And yeah, it is hard to keep the stock up, so each day is consistent. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. So hopefully you're having a great Q4, and this potentially can give you a little bit of a boost, or even if it's just a little extra bit of pocket money, like a couple of £100 extra in your pocket, by just doing like a couple of hours of work, basically. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Smash a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, you get the score, and I'll see you on the next video.